welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be the start of like a multi-day long reading vlog that I'm going to be doing. So today's May 20th and I have a few books that I want to finish by the end of May based on like my May TBR, as well as like finish up some of my spring TBR before kind of I dive more into like a summery TBR in June. Even though summer doesn't start till like the end of June, I kind of want to more transition for my June TBR. So my goal for this vlog is like I actually want to try and wrap up some of my set May TBR, which is wild. Like normally I make my TBRs and it's like, okay, here's a guideline, here's like my hopefuls. If I make it, if I don't, like who cares? Like here's like my guidelines, my hopefuls, like the vibe. Here we go. But I'm putting in a bit more of an effort to kind of like, you know, complete the list. So I don't think if I finish this list, I'm finishing my May or my spring TBR, but it's definitely like getting me closer to finishing both of those lists than I would have been otherwise. A lot of these books I'm almost done. I'm really annoyed and sick of going into like the following months with like a the TBR starting with like my continuing list being so full of books that I'm like continuing over from the previous month. It's like, no, can you not just like finish some books? Like let's just wrap it up before you like move on to the next month. Like let's just stop pulling so many books over. Like can we just stop pulling so many books over to the next month? Like maybe let's prioritize. Maybe let's, you know, be intentional in the last like week or so of a month to try and like wrap some things up, tie up some loose ends. I don't know. So I thought this vlog could maybe be like a fun way to keep me accountable to like wrap up some of these books, because I started to make my June TBR and I started at the top with my like continuing list of like books to bring over, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I don't want to do this anymore. So I have like my list of books that I want to finish in this vlog, and I'm over halfway through most of them. A lot of them I'm like over 70% of the way through, so I don't think I'm gonna have any issues there. There's one that I need to start, and that's for a buddy read for May with two of my friends. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize how bright that was. Okay, so I have my list here and I have some books. So the first one is gonna be Anne of Manhattan. This one I have less than 100 pages left. It's gonna be fine. I'm like obsessed with this. I'm so glad that I finally got to it, and I'm just obsessed with it. Okay, so this next one is one that I haven't started yet, but I need to finish in May, and that is Daughter of the Forest. About 390 pages. So I've heard really good things about this. This one is a big priority. Another one is an ARC, and it's by Sherry Lapina, and it comes out in July. It's called What Have You Done? And I love Sherry Lapina. She does like the best fast-paced thrillers. I'm 76% of the way through this one, and I don't see myself having an issue finishing this one. I could probably easily finish it today. One of my friends also has the neck alley for this, so we're kind of buddy reading it together. I'm a bit further than her just because she's been busy, so I'll probably put that one off until she can catch up, and then we'll probably finish it together. So this one is more like put to the side for a couple days. The next one I have is Summers at the Saint, and this one is from Neck Alley, but it's already out. I'm 79% of the way through it. I think I have like an hour left. This one I'll be able to finish also very quickly. I mean, I only have an hour left. Like I said, like I'm not really concerned about finishing these, except for Daughter of the Forest. That one is a little concerning. Yeah, like I'm not really nervous about any of these because I am just so close to finishing them. But this is what I mean. Like I would have just, if I didn't like, I'm just such a mood reader that if I didn't hold myself accountable and like put a specific effort into finishing these, I would have just been like, oh, like I'll just finish them next month. And it's like, why though? Like just finish them this month. Like it's not a big deal. Like just finish them. You're enjoying them. It's not even like I just have to like get them over with. It's like just finish them. I don't know. It's annoying. It's really annoying. The next one I have, which I'm loving, and I'm so annoyed I put it off for so long, is Tress of the Emerald Sea. And this one I'm about 16% of the way through. I think I'm on page 59 out of 365 pages. I don't see myself taking too long reading this. Loving it. Can't believe I put it off for this long, and yeah. The next one I have is the sequel to House of Salt and Sorrow, which is House of Roots and Ruin. And I'm only this far in, which is about 132 pages. I don't like this. I'm probably gonna either like DNF this completely or just like soft DNF it for now. Like I'm just gonna pause it. I think I'm just gonna pause it for now. I'm not gonna commit to like DNFing it completely. I'll just like put it on my shelf for now, maybe come back to it. There are some things that are kind of giving me the ick. I don't love it. Just some things that are kind of making me be like, that's questionable, that's kind of weird. Why is that in there? Why is it in there in that way? I did think that there was like some problematic things. So like I went to Goodreads, just kind of skim quickly to like see some like keywords of things that like I had problems with, and I did see some people also had some problems with some of the same things in terms of like one of the characters with like a disability, I don't know, whatever. So yeah. So I think I might just like soft enough this for now. Next I have Library of Borrowed Hearts, and this one I'm 74% of the way through. I have this from NetGalley, but it's already out, so I also have it on audio. This one is really, really cute. I'm really loving it. It is slower paced, so I am happy I have it on the audio. I am really, really enjoying it though. There are like multiple POVs, there's multiple timelines, like it's jumping back and forth between like present day and like the 1960s. I'm really liking it. So this one I shouldn't have a problem with finishing like anytime soon. One that I also haven't started is Lore Olympus Volume 4. This one should take me like no time at all, so I'm also not concerned about this. So those are the books that I'm going to be hoping to get to in this vlog. Probably going to be the span of a couple of days. I might run to like get coffee, or I think I have to go to the library at one point, so I might take you guys along with me there just quickly. I might be making coconut macaroons for one of my neighbors this week, so maybe while I'm listening to an audiobook, I will take you guys on my little baking adventure. I used to make these a lot for my grandpa, so I kind of have a recipe that I always use, and I haven't made it in years, so maybe I will do that. I think the first one I'm going to finish is Somerset the Saint. So yeah, I will see you guys soon. Okay, so it's much later now. I finished filming earlier at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I like started the vlog, and now it's 9:30. But I was able to get a ton of reading done, but at this point like my brain feels like mush. Like I'm just so beyond done. So I did finish Anne of Manhattan. This one I had less than 100 pages left. This one was like easy and breezy. And I really liked this one. I like this one because it was nostalgic for me as someone that grew up loving Anne of Green Gables, the books, and the like series from Sullivan Entertainment from the 80s that I was obsessed with when I was growing up. So I loved that, and I loved how this author took those characters and a lot of the dynamics from the books and then paired them with a lot of contemporary romance tropes in a really funny way. Like I thought there was a lot of laugh out loud moments. I just thought it was really funny. Loved Anne and Gilbert in this. Like I just loved them together. Diana was so funny. I knew there was gonna be a problem for this one with a lot of Anne of Green Gables fans. Even before I read it, I knew there was gonna be a huge issue with a lot of the fans because you're not gonna please such a large, devoted fan base that is rooted in nostalgia most of the time. So I went on Goodreads and I like read some of the bad reviews. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. In my opinion, I think some of the bad reviews, you know, like it's a retelling of Anne of Green Gables set in Manhattan called Anne of Manhattan. There's so many silly things in this. I think a lot of people just took it way too seriously and were expecting way too much from it. It's not even very long. It's just under 300 pages. Like I think they just expected way too much from this. And honestly, I just wanted to have a fun, silly little time, and I did have a fun, silly little time reading this, and I really enjoyed myself. So I wasn't as in love with it as I was earlier. Like I definitely loved it way more earlier today. I'd give it like 3.5 stars, which is still very good. Like I did really enjoy it. However, I do think it's because it's like nostalgia paired with like humor. So this one is 3.5 stars for me. I really like it. If you like Anne of Green Gables, maybe give it a go. If you can like not take it seriously, then I would give it a go. If you are not able to not take it seriously, then please just don't. Like obviously it's, you know, like obviously it's not going to be what I think some people wanted it to be. And it was just never going to be that. Anyway, I had a good time, and so yeah, 3.5 stars for this one. I also just finished The Library of Borrowed Hearts, and this one I really liked. So this one is, we had the multiple POVs as well as a couple different timelines. By the end we were having a couple different POVs going on, and then we had present tense and then back in like the 1960s. It was really cute. It was also like gut-wrenching. It was heartbreaking at times. I'm not gonna go like super deep into the synopsis, but it just says 2 young lovers, 60 long years, one bookish mystery worth solving. Librarian Chloe Sampson has been struggling to take care of her 3 younger siblings, to find herself, to make ends meet. She's just about at the end of her rope when she stumbles across a rare edition of a book from the 1960s at the local flea market. Deciding it's a sign of her luck turning, she takes it home with her, only to be shocked when her cranky hermit of a neighbor swoops in and offers to buy it for an exorbitant price. And then from there, it kind of just like takes right off. And the story is honestly just like so beautiful. I loved it. It was so touching and heartwarming. But yes, this one I gave 4 stars. The other one I finished today is Summers at the Saint, and this one I gave 3.5 stars. So this one's more of like a summery cozy mystery slash like family drama, rich people drama, saga, whole like family dynasty thing all wrapped up in one. It says, welcome to the St. Cecilia, a landmark hotel on the coast of Georgia, where traditions run deep and scandals run even deeper. So we have our main character, Tracy, and she grew up pretty poor, but she married into this like very like extremely wealthy family who owns this resort hotel called the St. Cecilia. And it's kind of like in a resort town as well. So there's like the townies and then like the resort people, especially during like the vacation season. There's definitely like a divide between them. In present day, there is a death of a staff member at the hotel. So it's just like very dramatic, very mysterious. It's definitely not a thriller. But it is like very mysterious. It definitely kept my attention. Very much rich people drama. This one was pretty slow, like it was not fast paced, and it was great for the summer. It would be a great like vacation, beach, poolside read, and I would really recommend it. So I think that's gonna be it for my like reading for the night. And then tomorrow I don't have any plans, so I think I'm gonna focus on making a huge dent in Daughter of the Forest, since I do have to read that for my buddy reading with my 2 friends, and I haven't started it yet. So I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. So I haven't done an update yet today, but I did finish What Have You Done by Sherry Lapina. This one was pretty good. I love Sherry Lapina, but this one was kind of disappointing a little bit. I still give it 4 stars, but I did expect like a little bit more just because her thrillers usually totally wow me and shock me. It was really good and fast paced, and I did read it really quickly, so I still gave it 4 stars. I still really enjoyed it. I would still really highly recommend it. I'm glad that I was able to finish that one. For Trust of the Emerald Sea, I'm now on page 137, which I believe is like 36% of the way through. I'm really liking it, and it is like just a super cozy fantasy. I'm loving the storytelling. And then for Daughter of the Forest, I'm like 55 pages through, which is only chapter 2. These chapters are very long, so it is kind of like slow going, but I am finding it really interesting. I'm finding it like a fun read. I am looking forward to reading more of this one. I did cheat a little bit because I've been waiting to get a copy of Home is Where the Bodies Are, and I got a notification from Libby like an hour or 2 ago that a copy was available for me to check out. So kind of a thriller I have going on. I feel like just with these 2 fantasies going, and then I finished the thriller by Sherry Lapina, I was getting kind of burnt out on just like reading 2 fantasies, so I needed a thriller to throw in there. I definitely should have checked what I have in my NetGalley that I need to read, but since Home is Where the Bodies Are came up as available on Libby and I've been really excited to read it for months, I decided to snag it, and so I started that one just a little bit ago, and I'm really liking it so far. It is pretty short. It's only like 256 pages or so. Making my way through it pretty quickly, and I am really enjoying it. It's like a very juicy family drama thriller. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at for tonight. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. So it's now Friday. I just wanted to conclude this vlog. This was basically the epitome of a mood reader trying to stick to a rigid TBR for a few days. So I'm just gonna check my list. And I did finish Anne of Manhattan, which I mentioned earlier in the vlog, I believe. And I really enjoyed it. It was cute. I didn't enjoy it as much as I did at the beginning. I'm so happy that I finally finished it since I've had it since it first came out in 2021. And I thought I was going to read it right away. I went out and got it on the day it came out and just never got around to it. So I'm so happy that I finished it and that I liked it. The next one is Daughter of the Forest, and this is one that I'm buddy reading, and these chapters are so long. So I'm almost done chapter 2, and I kind of like connect with my 2 friends that I'm buddy reading with, and we're all kind of like at the same place, and so I don't feel pressured to finish this by the end of May anymore. So I'm okay with not finishing this by the end of this vlog or by the end of May or like right away. Like I'm okay with where I'm at with this one, so I'm fine with putting this one to like the back burner, because forcing myself to read this one was rough. And I was not like a huge fan of doing that. Like it was just not working for me. So this one I did not make a ton of progress on, but I'm okay with that. And the next one is Tress of the Emerald Sea. This one I'm halfway through. I am really liking it. I'm not liking it as much as I thought I was going to be liking it. It's really weird because I love this genre. I don't know what it is. I'm just not clicking with it, and I'm kind of trudging through it. So I might put it down for a little bit just because I think it might be like right book, wrong time, because I don't see a reason why I wouldn't be liking it. So I think I'm just not in the mood for it right now. I might pick it back up in a couple weeks, but I did make it halfway through this one. I did finish What Have You Done, which was a NetGalley book that I really wanted to get to. So that one I was really happy that I was able to finish, and I think I gave this one 3.5 stars. I was able to finish Summers of the Saint, so I'm also really happy I was able to finish this one because it was also a NetGalley one that has already been published. I also finished Library of Borrowed Hearts, which was also NetGalley that already came out, so again, very happy that I was able to get that one done. And then now to House of Roots and Ruin. This one I think I'm going to DNF, or at least soft DNF it, put it down for now. I'm not loving this. I think I mentioned earlier in the vlog, like it's kind of giving me the ick. There's a character in here that is paralyzed from the waist down. He's in a wheelchair, and it just seems the way that his disability is being treated and talked about, and it being part of his character is just it's just kind of weird. And I kind of want to look into maybe in the acknowledgements or something, or look into if there's like a sensitivity reader or something, just because it is kind of giving me some sort of weird vibe. And like I said, there were some other people on Goodreads that I saw that felt some kind of way with it as well. I am only like a third of the way through, so I might keep going and see how it goes, but for now I might just put it down for a bit and just see what happens. Overall though, as a mood reader, I would say that this was a success. I don't think I would have finished these books by the end of May, especially since we're still like a week out from the end of May. So I'm very happy about that. It shows that, you know, with some accountability, I'm able to get some stuff done and to not force myself to read some books, but I definitely would have like maybe push some of these off just in favor of some like more new releases that I'm excited about, or, you know, just yeah. So I'm very happy with what I was able to get done. So that's kind of it for the vlog. I didn't get a ton of footage just because the last 2 days I have been feeling really sick. I started this new daily migraine preventative medication, and I have been like down for the count. It's made me feel so weird. I've been sleeping so often, like I've been napping, and normally I'm not a napper, but I've just been like constantly falling asleep, and that is not like me at all. So that's been really weird. But I might start a new vlog in the next couple days because I need to go to the library, and I might do like a little library haul because I'm picking up a bunch of books. I want to start using my library more for the physical library books again. I used to always get a ton of physical library books, but I've been using my library more for like Libby as opposed to the physical books, but I am missing the physical book. I'm really looking forward to that. I have a bunch to go pick up soon in the next few days, and I just have some stuff coming up, so I'm excited to kind of like move into another vlog and maybe take you guys along with me, and they will hopefully be more exciting anxiety than this. I need to get over also my fear of like filming stuff in public. I see that a lot from other like booktubers that like have a fear of filming stuff in public. So sorry if this was a little on the boring side, but that's just kind of how it went this week with my new meds. I have a bunch of videos that I'm going to be filming in the next few days. I think I'm actually going to be filming another one tonight. Summerween is coming up, not till July, but I'm already so excited. So I already have like my TBR planned, and I might be putting out my TBR video for that soon. I have to do my June TBR and then my May wrap up. I have a bunch of videos planned, so I'm very excited to be putting those out. And yeah, so I will see you guys again soon. Bye.